I think we go wrong when we imagine purpose to be something that we determine and define.
Mm.
When we sit down and make a bucket list or a list of things that we define as our personal goals, because uh, those purposes are false purposes and they are ultimately not fulfilling. Um, Once you realize those goals, um, you become cognizant that they were ghosts. You don't get the fulfillment that you were expecting from them when you buy the big house, when you drive your Ferrari, when you have your trophy wife. These things turn out to be uh, gaseous. You run your fingers through them. You can't grab hold of them. So I think this kind of projected ego purposes are illusions that will lead to disillusionment, because they almost their power resides in their not being achieved, because then you project the true meaning, the true purpose of nature, you project it on them, and then they have luminosity, they have that drive, but once you achieve them you realize that was not it. That said, I do have a teleological view of nature. The universe is dynamic, it's changing, it's unfolding, it's evolving. And if all of that is the image of conscious processes, there seems to be a conscious impetus behind it. Otherwise, the universe would remain in whatever state it is, because that would be good enough. Um, so I think the key is when you realize that it's not about you, it's not about your little egoic goals, it's about surrendering to what nature wants to do through you, to what nature wants to manifest through you or learn through you. And this kind of purpose is not something that you can write down on a piece of paper and say, I will have achieved this purpose by year X. It doesn't work like that. It's a continuous unfolding.
Yeah.
You don't know where it's going. You only know, if you develop the sensitivity for it, where nature wants to be next day with you, what you're supposed to do next. You don't have the global picture of a super plan. I don't think nature has it either. It's a game of warm and cold. You're getting warmer, oh, you're getting colder. You correct your path, but there is a richness and a depthless, well, not depthless, a bottomless richness of purpose when you surrender goals.
Yes. So
If you understand
yeah,
what
I
I'm
do.
trying to say.
Could I summarize it thus? Ditch the 5-year plan and learn to trust your intuition.
Yes, yes. Trusting your intuition. My own experience maybe distorts my view on this. But it's extraordinarily tricky to discern what your ego is surreptitiously trying to make you do out of its own narratives and views about what should happen, who you should be, and where you should go. To discern that from the true impersonal whispers of nature. There are several clues for how to discern them. Usually, the impersonal whispers of nature don't give a damn about whether you're happy or not, whether your ego will be satisfied or not, whether you get respect or not. It can be almost self-destructive from an egoic perspective. It doesn't give a damn about your safety. um, so this is one of the clues. There are other clues. So it's tricky to listen to your intuition because that can be a straightforward way to deceive yourself into the knot of narratives of the ego expressing themselves in a more subtle way than just the 5-year plan. But ultimately, I think if you get enough hard knocks in life, ultimately you come to a place where you learn to discern them. You
Mm.
know what is the impersonal whisper, what nature wants next through you.
Yeah.
You don't really exist. You're just a part of nature. You're at best a tool. You're not even that because you're not individualized enough to even be a tool. But to surrender to nature's telos, it's so rich in purpose, and at the same time, it requires a complete abandonment of your goals, your personal goals, of your 5-year plan, your New Year's resolutions, all of that. It's a total surrender to the now, to that subtle whisper, um, which at first seems like to be a complete abandonment of any purpose, any goal, because you're in the present. And goals and purposes seem to be future oriented. So at first it seems like everything became purposeless. But the next level of subtlety, when you get there, is it is pregnant with a kind of purpose that has nothing to do with personal goals.
Mm.
It is bursting full with that. It's the engine of everything. As Dante said, it is the love that moves the sun and the other stars
Yeah.
and can move you.